We are at Kiss Country 99.9, and we are here to see Jeff Davis today and Brian Hatfield and kind of hang out with these guys and see what they got going on. But
hanging out with Weston Burt here on 99.9 Kiss Country. Of course, it's our website. I'm Brian Hatfield, Weston Burt, Fort Payne, Alabama boy.
Yeah.
Growing up in the, I guess, the land of the greatest group ever to come out in country music.
Yes,
Alabama.
thank you for agreeing. Yeah.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
how was it like growing up? What kind of inspiration as far as, I guess, musically, it's really country music, but are there other inspirations just other than country music in that area?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Like, it's such a rich heritage of music in that town, obviously because of them. But there's so many bands. Like, after I started playing music and getting into it professionally, I found out there's so many just musical bands and artists that have came out of there in so many different genres, from bluegrass to gospel and southern rock. And so there's a lot of bands other than them. Obviously, they kind of cast the biggest shadow because they're Alabama.
Exactly.
You know? So yeah, that's kind of the one everybody knows. The biggest influence they had on me is like you know, like growing up, your parents tell you can do anything you want to do.
Sure.
And so it's like, you know, if you want to be an astronaut, you can be an astronaut. Well, how many of us really know an astronaut?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's one of those things where, yeah, you could probably do it, but it's really far-fetched. You know, it's probably not going to happen. And that's kind of how I thought about music. It's like, man, I'd really like to play music for the rest of my life, but I mean, let's be honest, I probably need to get a real job.
Yeah.
But when I saw Alabama, I was like, no, wait a second, this really can happen.
Sure.
You know, so that's the influence they had on me. It's like.
Thing that you want to happen other than a #1 song and all the things. I mean,
yeah, you know,
because obviously you can build your own house.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah, I can, and I hope I get time to do that one day. Like take a whole year off and just really,
that'd be great.
Yeah, really send everybody over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, my goals in the next 10 years is I'm a songwriter as well, so I would love to have some of my music cut by others because I think that is such a way of saying, okay, man, you've arrived. You know what I'm saying? You understand when you have a successful record as an artist, you know, you have a #1, you know you're doing well. And as a songwriter, I think having a cut by somebody else and it doing well, then you're good.
Yeah.
And so I'd like that to happen, but in the next 10 years, I would like to get to a point where I'm headlining my own tours and I'm helping new artists.
Yeah.
Because I know how it feels to be a new artist right now, and I'm sitting there thinking, God, I wish somebody big would just pick me up and take me on tour.
Wouldn't that be great?
You know, so that's what I hope to do in the next 10 years is do that for young artists.
Well, what about as far as some of the artists that are out there right now? Who would be the one person if they called you up and said, dude, Weston, we're going out, come on? Who would be that person? Blake Shelton?
Blake Shelton.
Reason?
Blake Shelton, like I follow him on Twitter and stuff. His Twitter is hilarious, but I watched his backstory on GAC, and man, he's an Oklahoma guy, and he's just, man, you know what? He has been beating the pavement for years, and his story, not family life, but just musical story, is really similar to mine. And I just, you know what? I think he's a great guy. His career's on fire, and I think it'd be a fun tour. And I think our music would mix together, and our fans would enjoy it.
You're not just saying that to get on The Voice, are you?
I don't think I could win.
Well, I can't stop.